So when you want to figure out how powerful something is these days, you throw a bunch of lions at it. Billion lions versus one of every Pokemon. Trillion lions versus the sun. Lions are basically the Bitcoin of power levels at this point. Now I don't think Zagreus can take on that many lions, but there is a cutoff of lions he could take before finally kicking the bucket. Again. I'm gonna answer the age-old question no one has been wondering about. How many lions can Zagreus defeat in combat? Now we're making some assumptions for this epic battle. First, Zagreus is fighting these lions all at once in a room big enough to accommodate them all. Also, these lions want Zagreus super dead and there's no way he can polite himbo charm his way out of the fight. In fact, Zag also wants the lions super dead, he hates them. Take that as canon if you want, I don't care. This battle is ending with one side super dead, and that means no cheap plays like hiding in the corner with the shield for eternity. So how strong is a lion exactly? Well, the best in-game approximation to a lion is probably the giant vermin. Now one key difference is that lions are used to chasing gazelles or whatever, so they're a lot more nimble than those heckin' chonkers. The leaner build makes lions less durable though, I imagine. So Zagreus might have an easier time killing the lions, but he can't rely on hit and run tactics. Attack damage is kind of arbitrary, so we'll just assume lions deal 25 damage with their bite, much like their vermin counterparts. Lions are also quite intelligent. They like to set up ambushes and surround their prey, so Zagreus would have to contend with foes from all directions. Now Zagreus is a character with a highly variable power level. He grows and evolves throughout a whole playthrough and of course throughout a run as well. So there's many answers depending on what version of Zagreus we consider. First of all, Fresh File Zagreus. Life is hard for this fresh little baby boy. One dash, no buffs, no death defiances, no companions. He's equipped with the regular old Zagreus aspect Stygian blade, no bells and whistles. And the big kicker is that this little guy has 50 health. With no way to regenerate, Zag can take 2 whole lion bites before he melts into red Stygian goop. If he's smart and skilled, I'd say Zagreus could fend off like 10 to 15 lions before he gets overwhelmed in this state. So then, what about if you managed to beat the game on your first run? How would Zagreus compare against the lions? Well, you don't actually have that many options on a fresh file. Say goodbye to calls, companions, keepsakes, hammers, and chaos boons. Also, you've only got these gods to work with. Assuming you get 12 boons and 6 hearts throughout the run, the best build might look something like this. Merciful End is a must-have for any fresh file run, so we're gonna slap Ares on attack and Athena on special. We also get Artemis's cast for deadly reversal. There's a few other nice tier 2 boons, and we also get Brilliant Riposte for Athena's legendary Divine Protection. Lastly, we get Athena's dash to round it out and give us some more survivability. Now with all this stuff, Zagreus might have a bit more of a chance. With some solid damage and protection from Athena, Zag might take like 50 lions, which is a huge improvement. Good job, Zag. The last form of Zagreus is, well, his final form. Everything's unlocked and Zag just rolled out of his fight with Redacted. Well, there's a lot of choices to make, and I can't guarantee that this build is the absolute best lion killing loadout, but here we go. Because this involves killing a large swarm of enemies, I'm gonna go with the tried and tested Eris Rail with Zeus attack. We're leaning heavily into Zeus and Poseidon, so we're getting the attack and cast from Zeus and the special and dash from Poseidon. Then we pick up all the good Zeus and Poseidon boons basically, culminating in Sea Storm, Splitting Bolt, and Second Wave. The keepsake we're bringing along is Sigil of the Dead, because I think the ability to go invisible for a second and shake off all the lions will be very important. And the companion doesn't matter that much, so we'll just bring Meg because I think she can take out a whole column of lions. You're doing great, sweetie. I'm dipping into Artemis for a handful of boons. And lastly, I'm getting Aphrodite's life affirmation. Assuming we get like 6 hearts, that'll bring Zag to about 300 health. Though of course the exact amount depends on the rarity of life affirmation. The last 2 Olympian boons I get are the Hyper Delivery combo, which is of course the GOAT. A bit of extra DPS never hurt anybody. Speaking of damage, from Chaos we can get the Assault boon, and after that we're eligible for the Defiance boon, which we can then grab. To really get everything we can out of our railgun, I'm gonna get Cluster Bomb to maximize the area of line that we can get with our special, and also Flurry Fire to get that rate of fire a bit higher. My mirror looks like this. Most of these are basically no-brainers. I'm taking Stygian because I don't want to wade through Lion City to get my cast back, and Privilege status works well with Rupture and Jolted. The concept of this build is quite simple. Melt lions before they get close, and if they do, knock them away, and if that doesn't work, run away with Sigil. If you play it right, you could go for a long time. How many lions are on Earth right now? Oh. Well, that's honestly quite a bummer. I think Zag can take on 20,000 lions with this build, but evidently, nothing takes these lions down quite like the March of Industrialization. Well, that concludes this video. If you want to see more, you better gosh darn diddly click that subscribe button, and also follow me on Twitch. I play a variety of games on there and we always have a good time, so just drop in. If you have an idea for a better lion killing build, please go ahead and drop it in the comments. Goodbye.